Welcome back as we plug into purpose. Chief Executive Officer for the incredible Desmond and Leah Tutu Legacy Foundation, Janet Jobson, joins us in studio and she heralds some great news. She's here to give us more insight on WOMAD's world of music, arts and dance with the Desmond Tutu United for Humanity concerts in celebration of 30 years of democracy and cultural diversity from around the world, because that's what we mean to the rest of the world, whether we like it or not.
Absolutely.
Janet, you've got to carry the legacy. No mean feat. So great to be connecting with you. Thank you so much for being here. Maybe you can give a broader perspective of what the foundation focuses on, because knowing the man, we would assume everything and anyone at any given moment. But you guys want to be effective. So what is your playground, if you will?
It is one of the challenges of working for Desmond Tutu's legacy, is that he spoke out on absolutely every single issue. But our focus really is about keeping his voice of moral courage alive in the world. And we really do that through education programs with school kids. We run a leadership development program, which is really trying to build what we call the million ripples of change that create a tidal wave. And then advocacy work, really trying to build a connection to the question of how do we heal as societies, how do we stand up to injustice, how do we reimagine who we can be together. And so we bring all of that together in the name of the Arch. And then we also get to do some really fun things like celebrate his birthday, celebrate him winning the Nobel Peace Prize, and celebrating our 30 years of democracy. What an incredible feat.
Lest we forget, because I think so often we popularize, we commercialize these big days, and with good reason, because that creates commerce, that creates a lot of good vibe and positivity, but we forget what's at the essence. Absolutely. Very difficult to forget the essence of the great man.
No, exactly.
And I love the fact that we are all processing through music right now. We are processing through our emotions, through the arts. So WOMAD, easy connection. But what was the key factor that drew that kind of partnership together?
Yeah, so there's actually quite a backstory, which is that Peter Gabriel's the founder of WOMAD, and he's brought WOMAD around the world, I think, to 32 countries now.
Sure.
This is the third year they're in South Africa, and he was actually quite instrumental in supporting the establishment of something called the Elders, which was a group of incredible world leaders led by Desmond Tutu as their first chairperson.
When I first met him was when that notion came into being.
And so that platform really was a way in which the elder statespeople of the world could really have an influence on trying to bring peace to all people. And so Peter Gabriel being connected to WOMAD, we felt what a good way to honour the Arch by bringing these two incredible legacies together.
And to celebrate his birthday, which would be vitally important to him, I think, as well, because he would want to share that party.
Absolutely. We'll be imagining him dancing in the aisles of the cathedral.
And it's not even a stretch, and I love that. How can we plug in? What sort of activities are going to be happening when we call it a festival? I love that. It means that it's open and that it's not just one day, not just a couple of nights. So what will be happening throughout the roster, if you can give us a snapshot?
Yeah, so we've got an incredible lineup. We're kicking off on Tuesday, the 1st of October, with a documentary screening about the Arch.
Brilliant.
Then moving on into some sort of concerts all over the place, one in Stellenbosch, some in Cape Town. Our big highlights, Thursday, the 3rd of October, Hubert Laws from the US, an incredible flautist who does classical jazz,
class of his own,
everything, class of his own. So if you're a fundy for jazz and classical, definitely get your tickets for that. And then our big spectacular evening, Friday the 4th of October, we've got an incredible lineup, headlined by Ladysmith Black Mambazo, but Anna Carstens, PJ Powers, Zolani Mahola, exactly. And really everyone coming together in the spirit of the Arch and in the spirit of his quest to unite all of humanity across all of our divisions and all of the ways in which we are in conflict, which is something so profoundly present in the world at the moment.
I was going to ask you this, because the Arch, as frustrated as he was, would always smile, and he would find happiness and joy. Maybe that was his secret weapon, is that he could find the love and the joy. How do you think he would be feeling at this point, 30 years into it?
Well, I think I always like to go back to what he said when he voted for the first time. He was 62 years old, and when he cast his ballot, he said it felt like falling in love. And so I often think of democracy as a love story in South Africa. You know, it's something that I feel like our hearts are fully in as South Africans.
Oh, completely.
We are, for all of the mess of everything, we all aspire to this incredible country, and we aspire to making this democracy work. And I think that's something that the Arch really represented for us in so many different ways. So we're really trying to celebrate his birthday by keeping that sense of aspiration, that sense of connectedness, the sense of our united common humanity really alive.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love you. Legacy indeed. And of course, we'll keep all of the details up on how you can plug into that, but a magical performance coming your way a little bit later in the show, just to give you a sense of the kind of love and emotion we are talking about. Well, let's catch up with this beautiful 30-year-old democracy of ours right now. We've got some news to get into. And then, of course, I will be touching on some of those sporting headlines. Some very important people clearly need to know what's going on in our land. Carissa, please give us the details.